We're here live in Los Angeles, Belinda with theexaminer.com, and we're talking to Melanie Fiona. Hello.
Hello, how are
How are you?
you? Good,
Fine.
thanks.
Now, I know your background, but can you tell our readers your background?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Toronto, Canada, and I have been doing music pretty much my whole life. Came to the States as a young teenage girl and was really just trying to do it. My family is Caribbean, and Toronto is such a multicultural city. I think I drew from the inspiration of all the multiculturalism, my heritage, my culture, in wanting to make music. So my dad plays guitar, my mom loves to sing, and that was kind of just my whole deal since a very little girl. And I was fortunate to have parents who encouraged me to do music, and that's really why I'm here today.
Oh, that'd be great. Now, how did you get involved in the music business?
When I was in high school, that was when I first got involved in the music industry, actually up in Canada, and I was working with a production company, and I decided when that was no longer what I wanted to do, I decided that I was going to start from scratch, pretty much. And at the same time, I met my executive producer of my production company, Title Nine, and her name is Carmen Murray, and I pretty much left Toronto with her, and I declined all my acceptances to university, and I was like, Mom and Dad, I gotta go try this, and they were like, okay. So I came down, and with my production company Title Nine, we just basically developed what it is to today.
That was great. Now, you signed with Universal
I
Motown, and how did
did.
that deal come about in
Um,
2008?
yeah, it was in 2007, and I was down here in LA, and I was shopping my songs, my demos, and I'd pretty much gone to every label. What ended up happening was Steve Rifkin came to one of my recording sessions, and I played him some music, and I sang for him, and he loved what he heard. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just signed 3 girls or 4 girls. I just signed 4 girls. What am I gonna do with another one? I don't know. Okay, let me think about this, because I gotta help you. You're a star, and I gotta help you. And so we kept going. We kept shopping the deal. And a couple weeks later, I got a call, and Steve flew me to New York to meet his staff. And he was so passionate about it. He was just like, you're the real deal. I know I just signed 4 girls, but I'm gonna make you the fifth, and I just believe in this project, and I believe in you, and I'm passionate about it, and I was like, wow. And so pretty much at that point, once we had done that, he put the deal on the table, and I just politely declined some of the other people that were interested, and I've been there now ever since, and having Steve in my corner was one of the best things I could have done, because I can't say that every other label would have been as supportive of my vision and my art and what it was that I wanted to do, and Steve definitely was. So shout outs to Steve Rifkin, Universal, Motown.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great. Now, your debut album, The Bridge, is a huge album with It Kills
Thank
Me and
you.
everything else. You got a Juno nomination, a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
How did that feel? This is the first time around being Best New Artist at Soul Train. How did that?
It was wild. I'm a perfectionist, and I strive for greatness all the time. With especially when it comes to the music. So I can keep going, and I can keep struggling and working myself hard, and it's kind of a bit of my personality, and you just never know when you put yourself through all of that and all the hard work and the fine tuning and the details. You just don't know whether that's going to amount to something that maybe the world even recognizes, and that's not why I do it. But when I found out that I earned some Grammy nominations, and Junos and everything, just all the awards and the accolades, I the first time when I got the Grammy nod, I started crying. I cried so much. I cried like a baby, and I think just it all became very real to me. And I think every struggle and every obstacle that I had gone through kind of just felt settled for once. And then I also was just reminded that I was just a little girl singing in my hairbrush at one point in my life, and now the Recording Academy has acknowledged me, and that's a beautiful thing, because I can't say that there's no better feeling than knowing that you're doing something successfully through happiness and respect, not fame or fortune, but respect.
No, that's great. Now, I seen you perform. I saw you on the Chacon Tribune. I saw you performing with Stevie Wonder over at the Nokia for the Toys benefit. How does it feel to get invited to those top things with this year?
It's a crazy, like I said, like that's my definition of success. Having the respect of legends that are in the music industry is to me more priceless than a number one record. it's the respect, and to know that these people even know my name, and to be asked to be tributed or duet or perform or a part of or affiliated with is a huge honor, and it's definitely those moments that I will never forget in my career.
And you also just recently were nominated for another Grammy
Yes.
for working with John Legend and the Roots on the Wake Up
Mm-hmm.
Project. And how was that like? How did that come about?
Well, it's kind of crazy because I always speak on things that I want to happen, and I don't ever necessarily know that they're going to work out, but I have to believe that they will. And John Legend is somebody that I've always wanted to work with. I've worked with the Roots and Questlove before. We did a mixtape. And Common is definitely a rapper that I've admired as in all facets of art that he does. And so I just, what happened? How did I meet? Oh, I met John. We did this event for the NFL, and we were both there, and somebody I was with introduced me to him. And I said, hey, John, I really love you, and I just love to work together. He's like, yeah, I love your work, and we should definitely write some songs together. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I went on the Alicia Keys tour, and shortly after that, I was in Berlin, Germany, because we were on the European leg. I got a phone call, and they said, John and Questlove want you to be a part of the remake they're doing of Wake Up Everybody. And I then found out it was going to be the first single. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I went in the studio in Berlin, Germany, and I cut the vocals and sent it back, and he loved it. And then they made it a single. We shot the video, and at the time, I was just so excited to be collaborating with all of those artists that I'd spoken of on one record. And then when I found out about the Grammy nomination, I was like, I didn't even think that it could have amounted. Not that it didn't deserve that or that I expected it, but I wasn't even there. I was just so happy and overwhelmed to be a part of something so great with such great artists. And to be recognized again by the Academy was really cool. So I thank them very much for having me a part of that collaboration.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, what can you tell us about this tour you're on, the BET Matters tour?
The BET Music Matters tour. It is myself and Marsha Ambrosius, and we are co-headlining. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I've had a lot of support and love from BET, and it just goes to show that it hasn't stopped. I'm on this tour, and it is exactly what it is. It is music that matters, and to be a part of such a strong campaign and such a strong statement is really an honor. And to be a part of a tour with another amazing female artist is great, and I think it's empowering, and it shows people unity and strength and positivity in music. And we're having a blast. We are just only a week in right now, and we're about to hit the East Coast next, and we are just having a blast. I mean, every night it's packed, it's intimate, it's interactive, it's fun, and you wake up in a new city every day, and it's really great. So far, the response has been fantastic, and we're having a great time.
Oh, now let's talk about your new single, and you got a new album coming out. What can you tell us what's going on? The new single's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The new single, Gone and Never Coming Back. It is excuse me, it's kind of the follow-up to It Kills Me, and how I felt about It Kills Me and what It Kills Me did for me, which was showing people that they can expect a certain level of quality of music, I think, from me, and emotion and storytelling and real life experience. And with Gone and Never Coming Back being the first single off the new album, it was very important. People were like, oh, you came back with a ballad. That's kind of weird. And I was like, no, because I feel like I left people up here with It Kills Me, and I wanted to come back with something that was going to be equally or even more emotionally charged, and definitely on a serious subject matter again when it comes to losing someone and having to say goodbye to them and not being ready to, and what those emotions come with. And I've definitely been there in love. I've been there in life where I've lost someone I cared about to death or untimely, unfortunate circumstances. And that feeling of never really being able to say goodbye but having to is something I think everyone has experienced on every level. And I wanted it to be completely raw and emotional again. And I wanted people to just say, you know what, she came back singing again. She came back giving us emotion again. And I'm down. I'm down to ride with Melanie Fiona because she's giving us quality. And so far the single's doing great. The video is great. Everybody's loving it, and I'm really pleased with where things are starting. And the beautiful thing that I love, and now leading into the album, the MF Life, is that there's such amazing songs on that record. There are amazing songs on that record, so I don't feel like Gone and Never Coming Back is the epitome of it all. There is so much amazing material to follow that's just gonna, I think, keep strengthening people's love, I think, in the music, and it's exciting. It's it's about the ups and downs. the MF Life. And
It's a great title.
Thank you. And,
Yeah.
and I've worked with some great producers on it. I don't know if you saw before, Andrea Martin, who walked by. That's an amazing singer-songwriter that I actually did Give It To Me Right, It Kills Me, Gone and Never Coming Back with. And of course, I've worked with Jay Phoenix, again, who did It Kills Me with Andrea as well, and Gone and Never Coming Back. Chuck Harmony, Jonte Austin, an amazing songwriter. No ID works with Kanye West. Salam Remy, who's worked with Lauryn Hill. Jack Splash works with CeeLo. I went out to really work with the producers, and John Legend, of course, we worked together on some stuff, and I went out after it because I was like, you know what, my first album was so standalone, and I wanted to be my own artist, and now I've built such great relationships and have definitely a clear direction of who I am and where I want to go and be, and so I called on the people that I wanted to do it, and they've been great to work with.
Wow, it's been great. So we expect the album to come out in
Summer.
December,
Yeah,
July
summer.
or so.
Yeah.
That'll be great. And lastly, what would you like to say to your fans that'll be watching the interview?
I would just like to say thank you guys so much for all your support. It's been quite a ride. It's been up, it's been down, and that's what the MF Life is about. So it's important that we celebrate it together. I appreciate you. I love you. I couldn't have been here without you. And I hope to see you in the show in your city very, very soon. Be sure to check out the new album, The MF Life. And most importantly, live your MF life. I'll see you guys soon.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks,
perfect.
Belinda.